Okay, let's try to solve another problems of integration. We have integral of 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1 all over x squared times 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 dx. So again, before we proceed with the integration, we should look at the problem, especially checking the maximum power of both the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, the numerator maximum power is x cubed, and then the denominator maximum power is x squared multiplied by x squared, meaning x4, x to the power of 4. Let me just write down here. So this is same as 5x cubes divided by, in this case, 3x to the power of 4. So in this case, the power of maximum power of numerator is less than the denominator. So under these circumstances, we do not need to proceed with the long division, but instead we can proceed with the partial fraction. So in this case, we can say that the solution for this is partial fraction, and the reason for that is we try to simplify our particular problem. So let's work on the side. Let me just delete this one first. Okay, so how do we start with the partial fraction? Okay, first thing first, we can see that we have 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. I think this one can be simplified or can be factorized again into its individual component. So we can say that this is same as integral of 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1 all over x squared. The factors will be 3x, okay, 3x minus 1 and x plus 1 dx. So you can check here, if we multiply 3x with x is 3x squared, so we got 3x squared, and then minus x plus 3x become positive 2x, this is positive 2x, and then minus 1 multiplied by 1 is negative 1, this is negative 1. So now this is our problem, which we can then split into a partial fraction. So we can write down on the side here 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1 all over x squared. Let me just, okay, x squared times 3x minus 1 times x plus 1 equals to the element of our partial fraction. The first element will be x squared, okay, that's our x squared, therefore our numerator will be ax plus b plus the second element of our factor is 3x minus 1. So because of that, this is simply be c, and then the next element of factor is x plus 1, and therefore this simply be d. So we need to find what is a, b, c, and d. So a little bit more complicated, we can multiply, okay, both sides with x squared 3x minus 1 x plus 1, so that this thing will get cancelled, so only left behind with 5x cubed minus 2x. So let's just write down on the bottom, we have 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1 equals to, and then we have ax plus b multiplied by 3x minus 1 x plus 1 plus, for the c we will have x square multiplied by x plus 1, and then for the d we will have dx square x 3x minus 1, sorry. So we have dx squared 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1. So we can further simplify this actually, especially this terms here. Okay, this term here we can return it back to the original form, which is that one here, so it will be easier to see. So this is actually the same as ax plus b, okay, multiply by 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 plus whatever the leftover is, c x squared times x plus 1 plus d x squared 3x plus 1, sorry, minus 1. Again, this is 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1. So first thing first, we can look at the component for x cubes, okay, the coefficient. So for x cubes we have this, okay, and then this multiply by this, and then this multiply by this, and then this multiply by this. So for x cubes we have the first coefficient on the left hand side is 5, okay, this one 5 equals to everything on the right hand side is we have, okay, we have a times 3, okay, 3a x cube, yeah, x times x squared is x cube, so we have 3a, okay, and then what else here, plus c, okay, c, and then here we have 3d, 3d x cube. So that's the first equation for x cube. Now let's check the coefficient for x squared. Let's put it in green. So we don't have x squared, by the way, so in this case we only have 0 on the left hand side. So nothing on the left hand side, so we have 0, but we have a couple on the right hand side, which is for x squared we have, okay, this, oh, we have also a, okay, ax times 2x, for example, so we have 2a for the first one, and then for the b we have, okay, b times 3, okay, 3b x squared, okay, so here b times 3x squared, so 3bx squared, and then for the c we have not this one, oh, we have here, we have cx squared multiplied by 1 here, so we have cx squared, so we have 1c, and then for d we have dx squared multiplied by negative 1, so we have negative d. So this is our second equation for x squared. On nothing on the left hand side, so we have 0, okay, we have 0 equals to 2a plus 3b plus c minus d. Okay, how about x to the power of 1? So here we have negative 2 equals to, and then x on the right hand side we have here ax times negative, yeah, negative 1, ax times negative 1 we have negative a, so in here we have negative a, and then what else, we have b and negative 1, sorry, b and 2. Okay, b times 2x. Okay, so we have 2b, positive 2b, positive 2b. And then for c, for x nothing, this cannot, and then this cannot. For d time this one cannot, and this one also, this time this cannot. So nothing else. So we have only that for question 3, nothing on the c and d. Okay, and then for the constant, okay, or x to the power of 0 if you like, the constant on the left hand side we have 1. Okay, 1 equals to, and then everything on the right hand side, nothing in here, nothing on here, there is no constant. In here there is no constant. Wait, we have b here. Okay, we have b multiplied by negative 1, so we have negative b. So 1 equals to negative b, and therefore this gives us b equals to negative 1. That's our first solution, and then we can then use this to substitute to number 3. Okay, based on equation number 3, we have negative 2 equals to negative a plus 2b. b is negative 1, and therefore our a is, based on here, a equals to 0. See, negative 2 plus 2, a equals to 0. There you go, we have two answers. Okay, the first one, b equals to negative 1, and then the second, a equals to 0. How about c and d? How do we use this? Well, we can have a look equation number 1. Okay, based on equation number 1, we have 5 equals to 3a. We have a of 0, so 5 equals to 0 plus c plus 3d. That's our new equation. So we have 5 equals to 3a is 0, c plus d, c plus d, plus 3d, sorry. And then based on the second equation here, we can substitute also. 0 equals to a is 0, so 3b, b is negative 1, so become negative 3. Okay, based on equation number 2, we have 0 equals to 3b is negative 3, b is negative 1, so we have negative here, negative 3, plus c minus d, plus c minus d. Okay, looks like we got some similarity here, so we move that on the right hand side. 5 equals to c plus 3d, and then here also become 3 equals to c minus d, and therefore we can subtract this, okay, to get rid of the c. So 5 minus 3 equals to 2. C minus c, c minus c is 0, and 3d minus d equals to 4d. So 2 equals to 4d. That's it. Therefore we can figure out that d equals to half. That's the third equation, or the third value. And then from d equals to half, we can find out the value of c. Okay, let's say from this, okay, or this, let's say from this or this, we can work out the value of c is then, okay, c equals to, let's say, 3 plus d based on here, and therefore this is equals to c equals to 3 plus half equals to 3.5, okay, or 7/2. It's the same thing, 3.5. That's the value of c. Let's put that in pink. C equals to 7/2. Not very clear, but that's A, B, C, D. So we can put that a, b, c, d back into our equation here. So we have a equals to 0. So we got nothing there. So we just continue with b. B was negative 1. So we have negative 1 over x squared as the first term. So we can write down the overall problem. Okay. The overall problem was 5x cubed minus 2x plus 1 all over x squared times whatever 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 dx equals to the integral of after partial fraction decomposition we have, okay, this is our partial fraction decomposition. Okay, we have b equals to negative 1. Okay, b equals to negative 1, so negative 1 over x squared. So the first problem is negative 1 over x squared, or let me just put the negative sign here, 1 over x squared dx. If you don't want to split this now, in that case maintain all the sign, negative 1 x squared, and then c was half, is it? C was 7.2. Okay, integral of 7.2 how do we write this? 7.2 plus 7.2 3x minus 1, and then the next one, d was half, so we can say positive half, which is 1 over 2, what was it, x plus 1 from the partial fraction here. D equals to half 1 over 2 x plus 1 over 2 x plus 1, and the whole thing is dx. So I think we can distribute the integral sign. Okay, this is same as 1 over integral of 1 over x squared dx plus integral of 7 over 2 integral of 1 over 3x minus 1 dx, and then plus half integral of 1 over x plus 1 dx. So integral of negative 1 over x squared is simply 1 over x, isn't it? Yeah, simply 1 over x. Okay, because if you multiply here x negative 2, okay, integral of x to the power of negative 2, you got positive 1 over x, and then in here we have 7 over 2 times ln 1 over 3, okay, plus 7 over 2 times 1 over 3 ln 3x minus 1, and then in here you have half time ln, okay, x plus 1 plus c. So if you in total everything becomes 1 over x plus 7 over 6 ln 3x minus 1 plus half, okay, half ln x plus 1 plus c. And that will be the final answer for this particular problem. Thank you.